Stage 2. Determine acceptable evidence. In the first lesson, we took a look at identifying desired results of the Understanding by Design model. Now we're going to focus in on determining acceptable evidence, Stage 2. Stage 2 of the Understanding by Design model, determining assessment evidence, looks at what are the key performance tasks that are indicative of understanding. What other evidence will be collected to build the case for understanding knowledge and skill, and how will students self-assess throughout this process? Let's just quickly kind of review what we talked about in a previous lesson where we looked at assessment types. You know, traditional quizzes and tests are usually paper-pencil, and they are basically worth being familiar with and important to know and do, but you know, this could be anywhere from days to somewhere maybe around 40 months right here that they remember things. But when you look at performance tasks and projects that are open-ended, complex, and authentic, these are things that are linked to enduring understandings, which could last anywhere from 40 months to 40 years. So for Stage 2 in your online course, you have to decide what are the acceptable forms of evidence for your online course. Determining whether or not students have acquired content knowledge can be determined through a variety of ways in an online course. You can look at collaboration activities, you can look at written assignments, you can look at quizzes and tests, and certainly you want to look at projects. And let's talk a little bit more about projects and more in depth. Sometimes you're looking at specific skills, which can be done online through projects or assignments, but they can be done through an actual performance. So how do we do this in an online course? We can have students do video recordings, you can have them screencasting, or creating a product through a project-based assignment. So I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like in an online course. Projects in your online courses, they can provide really authentic learning if they are realistic. They require judgment and innovation. They ask a student to do the subject instead of just know the subject. Replicate or simulate the context in which adults are tested in the workplace, community, and at home. They assess a student's ability to efficiently and effectively use a variety of knowledge and skills to negotiate a complex task, or they allow for feedback on performances or products. The Understanding by Design model provides an example or a kind of a set of procedures to design authentic performance assessments, and they call it the GRASPS framework. GRASP is actually an acronym, and that acronym stands for the goal, the role, the audience, the situation, product or performance, and the standards for success. We also want to consider, when we're doing project-based learning, the facets of understanding. The Understanding by Design facets for understanding, they can be useful in designing authentic performance tasks. They're useful in determining whether learners have developed a mature and sophisticated understanding of the intended results of instruction. The 6 facets of Understanding by Design are explanation, interpretation, application, perspective, empathy, and self-knowledge. This concludes our lesson presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact your instructor.